Hey everybody, yeah, I'm out on Derek. I need to put a bit of fuel in him, but I do have a subject. Or one thing, I may have fucked up on the double white line thing. That may not be legal. There might be a few more caveats as to when that is and isn't legal. The whole like going over them if everyone else is going on less than 10 miles an hour is okay, but there may be some caveats as to why you're doing that. It's very grey area, but yeah, I'm not claiming that to be legal anymore. Slow filtering over some double wides is hardly the crime of the century. I mean, Jesus Christ, I see people blasting over double wides at like 80, 90 mile an hour on country roads. Something I don't do. The amount of people that just completely ignore the double wides. If you want to do it, you do it, but fuck that. They're normally there for a very good reason. Although I'll admit on some roads it's very frustrating that there are gaps they could have used as overtaking bits, but then, you know, for a bike, yeah, it's doable. But for a car, it's a bit much for its acceleration. And this brings me on to my sort of subject of today, and I don't want to be a party pooper, I don't want to be anything like that. We all know I like to have a bit of fun, but I do think it's a good thing at the beginning of the season just to remind people of a few things, because it is the summer season that we tend to have little whoopsies and unfortunately lose people. Oh, fuel. Oh, it's tight, it's tight. There we go. I think the most dangerous thing that happens to people in the summer is they become overconfident, and the reason I was getting onto this talking about, you know, overtaking gaps and overtaking on double wides, overconfidence is the most dangerous thing I personally think you can have on a bike, because it makes you believe you're better than you are, and it's when you reach those limits that mistakes happen, and they tend to happen at quite some speed. I've talked about this before, but when you very first start riding, okay, in the first year, you're going to feel very unconfident, and then you're going to find yourself feeling confident on the bike, and that first confidence, I'm afraid, is nearly always way above what it should be, and that's normally when people have their first accident. I've done it. You know, you think you know, you get used to the bike, then you feel that you're getting good with the bike, then you feel like, you know, I've mastered this thing, and then you fuck up and go through a fence. And I'm telling you now, back in the day, they built fences fucking strong. Ow! Piece of, what was it? Was it 2x4? No, it was 4x... No, not 4x4, 2x2. Broke a couple of those with my head. That was pleasant. Anyway, yeah, it's just to say that in the summer, just remember, have a system to keep yourself in check, to not let yourself go too nuts, you know, because the thing is, when you start getting really overconfident, the gaps you take become smaller, the risks you take become bigger, the speeds you'll go become faster, and it all adds up. You know, you can be pretty safe at the like 85% point, but when you get up to like 90%, that's when everything starts falling apart. You know, like just pushing yourself slightly too far is when everything starts going wrong quickly. And that's why I always ride within my limits. And what I mean by that is I don't try and show off, and I don't try and do anything to, you know, try and prove my abilities. If I'm out of the road and I'm going at my speed, and yeah, I'm going a little bit faster than the bike in front seems to be going, then I'll overtake them, but I won't do it in some dangerous way, and I normally give them a little, "You all right, mate?" Did kind of piss off a Ducati 1299 doing that, but that's a good example there, because that guy was clearly riding within his limits and what he felt safe to do, and that's what you should do. So I'm not a party pooper, I'm not out there going saying you should do 30 and 30s, although actually that is something to say. If you're like, for instance, out on some country road, you know, and it's all national speed limits, the national speed limits, if it's a good area, generally that's where I'll be like, I'll push it a little bit. When it comes down to little villages and stuff that are like 30s, just do 30, because you don't want to give us bikes a bad rep, and trust me, villages are the worst. They're the ones that come with freaking pitchforks. What the fuck was that? That was fruity. Some fruity shit you got there. And so they try, but yet again they fail. Oh no, he gets round. What I'm trying to say here is this is one of these gentle, like, you know, friendly reminders from a fellow rider to be like, occasionally you have to second question what you're about to do. You know, if you're about to overtake a car and you know that it's a bit of a blind corner and you don't know what's coming around that corner, and you know, you might have a couple of cars distance to make up, and that's when you can be like, fucking go for it. And then you fly past them, everything's fine. or you go for it and then you die. When the alternative would be just wait for the next corner or the next safer spot to overtake. You know, it's obvious sometimes you watch people and you're like, you just want to overtake so badly. You know, and they're literally itching to overtake the vehicle. They're poking out the side, they're looking here, they're looking there. They don't know what to bloody do. Just take a picture of Derek, stick it on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, everyone. Instagram, follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. What was that video I did? The one of the Ferrari overtaking. And I knew he was going to overtake, I knew he was going to do it, and then he nearly went on head on into a car with a bike behind it. You know, that level of impatience of taking the first possible gap is quite dangerous. What the fuck? Why did that Mini sound like that? It sounded like a Mini with a Civic engine. That's well weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Sorry, a fucking H3 has ruined what the fuck for me. I can't like hear what the fuck without doing it. Just what the fuck? Yeah. What is that? I thought it was a pigeon. That ain't no pigeon, that's just a piece of plastic. Oh, fucking hell! As I say, this isn't that sort of like, you need to all ride perfectly within the law and do as you're told. I honestly couldn't tell you what that was all about. Basically just saying, you know, we all have to have fun. We all do play with the law a little bit. We bend it. We give it a good old bend. Sometimes we limbo that motherfucker right back. But the point is just, as long as you're safe and you're being sensible enough, then good luck to you.